Are your songs boring?
Yes, they are.
Why?
Because I'm not very good at writing and I need advice.
Well,
That is so rubbish.
that's horrendous. Too often, we see squandered potential in songs. This basically means that a song has some of the right ingredients, but it's just not... It's got good guitar solos, it's technically good, but it's just not a good song. This happens quite a lot.
Ooh, there we go.
What was that?
That was me making it so that you're more in shot.
Ah, I see. I'm going to teach you how to make your songs less boring. Thing to try, number 1. Mix up your dynamics. Have your guitars change sound halfway through. Have your guitars change sound for certain points in the song. Have your drums change sound. Stop using your cymbals. Stop using your snare. They're offensive. Experiment with different effects, like have distortion in some parts, have distortion not in other parts, have reverb on some parts, and you get the picture. Thing to try... I need to look into the camera. Thing to try, number 2. Try alternative structures. We actually have a video about structures, where we will link it, Lenny. We'll link it over there, so you can watch that if you don't want to watch this one. But please do, because we spent a lot of time on this. So, alternative structures. Standard song structure is verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. For God's sake, it's been done to death. Do something else.
Don't look at me, you're doing the video.
You're supposed to be the recipient.
Such as, using binary structures like A, B, C, D, Jeff.
Yeah, this is fully explained in the video about song structures, but for this video, all I'll say is watch that one and learn about better song structures. Thing to try, number 3. This isn't... What? What?
Nothing.
This isn't really a thing to try, this is more of a thing to do. If you don't do this, you will never make it anywhere as a band. Make your songs catchy. When I say that, I don't necessarily mean make your vocals catchy. If your vocals are catchy, great, that's brilliant. But you can make other parts of your song catchy too. Your guitar can be catchy, you can have a catchy riff, you can have a catchy drum part, for God's sake. You can even have a catchy bass riff.
Every funk song ever.
Yes. Be catchy. Make it. Right. You walking away from practice and singing one of your own songs does not count as that song being catchy. Someone else who isn't in the band is going to have to have listened to it and then still remember it in their head. It has to stick in someone else's head who isn't in the band for it to be classed as catchy. Thing to try, number 4. Try different time signatures. A basic understanding of a time signature, Lenny, as you so eloquently pointed out, is your song 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4? If so, then make it something different. Make it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or something else. I can't actually do any of the time signatures.
Yeah, you can do like some like prog metal stuff where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, and
if that's what you're into, do it. It makes your songs exciting in most cases. Thing to try. 5. Play with different genres, and by this I don't mean
fiddle with them in the back of the classroom.
What I mean by this is have a section in your song that completely change genre. I know a lot of punk songs have like a ska bridge, and a lot of pop songs have like jazzy parts in them. It works really well. Okay, thing to avoid, number 1. Don't be indecisive with your genre. From day 1, pick what genre you want your band to be. This applies mostly in like your early days of being in a band, because it's very easy for one of you to go, oh, I want to write a metal song, and then another one of you saying, oh, I want to write a pop song. No, if you're going to do that, then blend each genre into each song. Don't have a metal song and then have a funk song and then have a rap song. Be consistent. Consistency is very, very important. Thing to avoid, number 2, 2 guitar syndrome. This is basically when you've got 2 guitarists and they both like to play the same thing. I know no one wants to be rhythm guitarist, everyone wants to be lead and play solos all the time, but you are going to have a rhythm guitarist at some point. And on the other hand, you can't just have both guitars playing chords all the time. It's boring. If you've got 2 guitars playing at the same time, then have one of them do chords and one of them do a harmony, or one of them do a riff. Or just have one guitar playing and have the other one not. And just he can do something else, he can just like dance on the stage or something with some maracas. Following on from that, thing to try, no.
Thing to avoid.
Thing to
We're
avoid.
avoiding these ones.
Thing to avoid, number 3. Following on from my last point, 2 vocal syndrome. When you have 2 people in your band that want to sing, and one of them is doing backing vocals, it's a very common thing for the backing vocalist just to sing the same thing as the lead vocalist. Don't do that. It's boring. If you have two people singing at once and have them singing different things, try harmonies, try different melodies. Don't sing boring shit. You're right, Lana. You sound like a bit of a
Yeah, I'm just making
a
sure
vulture.
that
You're like
focus.
thing to avoid. Number 4.
Oh, you sounded really bored on that one.
Thing to avoid. Number 4.
Not bad.
Number 4. Blatant copying. There isn't really much to be said about this one, except don't copy other people's songs. If one of your songs kinda sounds like someone else's song, doesn't really matter. Pretty much all melodies have been written, but if your song is the same as another song,
like identical in genre, style, structure, dynamics, everything, that's a problem.
that's a problem. That's plagiarism, and you can get done for that. Thing to avoid. Number 5. Making every one of your songs sound the same. This is kind of the opposite of the point I made earlier, whereas you need to decide on your genre, and you need to make all your songs have a certain consistency about them, but you need to make it so they don't all sound the same. A way to do this is have a different structure for every song. Don't have every song open with a riff, then a verse, then a chorus, then a riff, then a verse, then a chorus, because it's fucking boring. Jesus Christ, do something else.
Like what, Joe?
Well, all the points that I've listed here. Mix up your dynamics, change your sound, just do something so it isn't boring. Having said all that, you might do all this stuff or avoid all this stuff and your songs might still not be good. There is a very big difference between boring and bad.
And exciting and good.
And exciting and good. If you've done all these things and you've mixed up your genres and you have different sounds going off in your song, it might still be a bad song. There is no way to teach how to write a good song. It just comes with practice and influences. So, practice and be influenced by good people.
Like us.
Yes, like us.
Thank you for the support on the song that we released last week.
Yes, thank you
was
for
nice.
that. It was very nice. Fucking took about 2 hours to write.
Yeah, but they were there through that process.
Oh, those whole 2 hours, yes.
Yeah. Even though we cut it down into a nice bite-sized 10-minute video all for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch that up in the top right.
Where's that? My stage
it's
right.
up there. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, up there. So you've now got 2 other videos to go and watch.
Have a good day. Motif.
Very good.
Motif, Lenny.